I bought the cabin in secret, cash deal, no shared accounts, no family discussions, just mine. It sat by the lake, tucked between pines, with a view that looked like freedom itself. For the first time in years, I had something untouched by them. At least, that's what I thought. I was traveling for work when the message came through. A friend of mine, sharp-eyed and loyal in ways my blood never was, sent me videos. My family, my parents, my brother, my sister-in-law, all of them laughing, grilling, drinking, inside my cabin. Feet on my couch, wine spilling on my rug, kids jumping on my bed. And then I saw him, my husband, not stopping them, not asking questions, smiling, toasting, acting like he belonged. Something inside me didn't break, it hardened. I saved every clip, and then I sent them to him. No words, no accusations, just evidence. An hour later, he walked through the door of the cabin, and their fun stopped cold. I met him 10 years ago. Back then, he was steady, reliable, the kind of man who said all the right things. He swore he admired my independence, that he didn't care about money, that what was mine was mine. But little by little, I noticed the shift. The way his mother joked about how I was the breadwinner, the way he let my parents lean on me for just one more loan, and the way he never defended me when they mocked, pushed, demanded. He stayed silent, or worse, he laughed with them. When I saw those videos, it all came together. The entitlement, the casual disrespect. My parents had raised me to give. My husband had married me to take. And together, they had convinced themselves that what I built belonged to them. The cabin was supposed to be my escape. Instead, it became my test. I didn't argue, I didn't scream, I didn't drive back and demand they leave. No, I understood something far more valuable that night. They weren't just trespassing on my property, they were trespassing on the last piece of my life they didn't already control. That made the cabin the perfect weapon, and me, the one pulling the trigger. First, I checked the deed, mine alone. Paid in full, no one else had rights. Then I checked the security system I'd installed quietly, almost as an afterthought. Cameras inside and out, all recording, all streaming to me. And there it was, hours of footage. My family, drunk, loud, trashing the place. My husband grinning beside them. I sent clips to my lawyer. Trespassing, vandalism, property damage. Then I made a call to the local sheriff's office. Calm, polite, factual. Strangers are occupying my property. They promised to send someone. I didn't need to be there to hear the knock on the door, but I imagined it. The laughter cut short, my mother's sharp voice rising, my father sputtering, my brother swearing, and my husband, caught between blood and marriage, realizing both were about to turn on him. The deputies didn't care about excuses. They had the deed. They had my statement. And soon, they had my family out on the lawn, red-faced, humiliated, while neighbors watched. My husband called me that night. His voice was trembling, angry, desperate. Why would you do that? They didn't mean any harm. It was just family. I let the silence stretch, then whispered, I didn't invite them, and neither did you. Word spread fast. Small towns always talk. The story wasn't that my family had a nice weekend by the lake. It was that they'd been thrown out, like squatters, from property they assumed they owned. My parents stopped calling. My brother sent furious texts I never answered. My sister-in-law tried posting about it online, but the comments weren't kind. And my husband? He sulked, he shouted, he begged, but eventually he packed a bag. Because men like him don't stay when the free ride ends. I didn't stop him. Now, when I drive to the cabin, the silence is mine again. The air smells like pine, not cheap beer. The furniture is clean, not stained. Every time I sit by the lake, I think about the look on their faces when the deputies showed up. The betrayal hurt, yes, but the payoff, watching them realize the game had ended, was sharper, sweeter. They thought the cabin was theirs to use. They forgot one thing. It wasn't just a cabin. It was my line in the sand. And when they crossed it, I made sure they never forgot who drew it.